Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Temperance card. Yes, the Temperance card. Is it the Temperance card or is it the Temperance card and the Judgment card look quite similar in this deck? Just in case, because I know some smart aleck out there is like, how do we know? It's the Temperance card. Nobody likes to know it all. All right, so this week, when it comes to your key to the week, the message really as an overarching theme is that this week, finding the balance, right? This week, it's really is not only about finding the balance, but it's about finding the sweet spot or the harmonious energies in everything that you do, in all of these different sectors of your life that we're going to look at. Now, it's also going to be a time where you're likely to see extremes playing out, right? So if over the course of this week, you look at something and you think, why does this seem so black and white? Or why does this seem so one-sided? It's up to you to figure out what the missing element is or what the missing piece is in order to bring balance and harmony to that area of your life. So look out for that over the course of this week. All right, your 2022 tarot scopes are up and out there for your viewing and purchasing pleasure. You can get yours on the link in the description box below or one of those little floaty things up here. You can get one for $4.99, you can get three for $12.97, so your sun, moon and ascendant, or you can get the 12 bundle for $24.99. That is the last time I will advertise these. Thank you so much to those of you that have purchased already, and for those of you that choose to, thank you so much for supporting my work. It really does mean a lot. All right, so for your actions and options this week, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Really focused on the home, on the hearth, on the family this week, right? Now, maybe, just maybe, because you've got this with the Temperance card, maybe this is where you're needing to bring more of that balance, right? Where maybe this week, this is where the area of your life that's going to require the most sort of, not even the most balance, but the most alignment, the most recalibration of some kind, right? Now, this could definitely be on the familial ties or on the home front. So the home front, the people that you live with, maybe even as well for some of you, this might be your elderly. Definitely a possibility. Now, one way that you could look at this as well, because the Temperance card can sometimes be where we're drawn into stuff as well. So how much drama do you want to be a part of this week might be the question. Now, when it comes to the other aspect of this, because it's the 10 of Pentacles, so we've got to talk about your money. What this suggests to me actually is that this week you could be looking at your finances and your resources and asking yourself how you can either improve them or how you can balance them out. Not quite necessarily creating a budget so much as looking at what your outgoings are and paying attention to that. Something might be brought to your attention where you can be more efficient in some way. For your communications and conversations this week, you have the 4 of Wands. This is beautiful, right? This is some fantastic, great news that's on its way in for you. What I love most about this, the 4 of Wands with Temperance, this isn't just good news, but it's also news that really puts a... I'm trying to think of a good example. You know when like a saucepan bubbles over? Okay, that's probably a bad idea. So, you know, like when you pour a fizzy drink into a glass and it starts to froth over, if you put your finger in the middle of the bubbles, it will dissipate and it will stop it going over and flowing out into the thing, and you have to make like a whole cleanup effort. This week, the news that comes in, the communications or the news that comes into you could be like that. There could be some piece of information that comes in this week that puts a stopper on some challenging or annoying situation that maybe you were dealing with in the background. I actually really like this for you. That's at like the worst case scenario. At best case scenario, this could be some amazing news about your work. This could be some amazing news about your, about your entire life in some way. So for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this here suggests that there is a solid, firm foundation that is now evident, right? So whereas maybe you were told, well, there's a potential for you to get a pay rise and, maybe a promotion is a possibility. This is where it becomes an actuality, right? This is where it becomes real, it becomes tangible. The one thing that I do want you to be aware of here, because you do have this Temperance card, one, your good news might be somebody else's not so good news. And two, this might create a need for you to put in place at the very start a solid work-life balance, right? For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is really nice. Not only does this suggest to me that you're aligning with people that feel spiritually collected, maybe they're part of your spiritual collective, but there's something about this that feels like you're connecting with really aligned minds and souls. It's like, yeah, this person or this connection or this client's going to be great for my business, but actually I really like them. Like, I really resonate with this person at a good level. This could be really, really nice. And I love to see this for you, because when we align with people that are not just good for our business, but they're good for our soul, magical things tend to happen, not just for us, but for the people that we serve. And that is where the real sweet spot is. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, this could just be some really great news that has you kind of sit back and go, you know what? Life is good, right? Could be a true moment of acknowledgement where it's like, you know what? Just hearing that is music to my ears, all right? For your love and relations, okay, so you've got the Death card here. It's right underneath the Ten of Pentacles, and you've got that Temperance card. I don't feel like if somebody's passing over this week, it's not going to be a loved one. It's not going to be like a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc. This will be an elderly person. Remember what I said about this Ten of Pentacles? It tends to represent, the older family. If it represents persons or people, it tends to be grandparents, etc. You've also got the Temperance card, which can suggest this, because the Temperance card is what follows the Death card in the Major Arcana. And this kind of, now, one way that this could come up, right? Let me try to give you a frame for this. Death card, Temperance, Four of Wands. This is Tarot's way of saying that this is somebody who reached a very good age, somebody that's now passed over, and it's like, you know what? They didn't go in pain. It was quick, it was silent. Maybe they went in their sleep. Maybe it was, a really quick moment. This tends to be a way of celebrating someone's life rather than mourning somebody, right? So if you are hearing of a loved one pass over the course of this week, it will be somebody old, it will be easy, it will be restful, it will be peaceful, and it will be swift. Now, that aside, when it comes to your actual love, partnerships and relationships, for those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, it may not even be somebody in your blood family. It might be someone in a partner's family, and you're having to play that supporting role. For those of you that are single, oddly enough, maybe it's through a conversation about somebody dying or passing over that you are connecting with somebody that could be, and they say like, oh, and nobody goes to a funeral to pick up, a date or whatever. But maybe through that, or maybe through a conversation, or maybe through a celebration of somebody passing, you may connect with somebody. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. Life has every single thing happen under the sun every single day. So, you know, just an interesting aside there. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Mother of Swords or the Queen of Swords. There might be some sort of financial dispute that comes up this week. There may also be dealing with wills, you know, documentation, paperwork around finances, around money. You've got this underneath the Four of Wands, which is underneath the Temperance card. Could be a little bit of drama around something like that, but it doesn't last very long, all right? Especially with the combination of cards that are here. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Queen of Swords is your kidneys, and a part of your liver. This is a week for you to really look after yourself on the internal level, right? So making sure that you're not just surviving on coffee or energy drinks, making sure that you're getting plenty of water, fruit juice, you know, things that are actually good for you. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Queen of Swords does suggest that there could be some intense conversations, but in all, to be honest with you, with that Four of Wands in the communication sector, it's kind of like whatever communication happens, even in the moments of intensity, there is good news here. And that, like I said, is a very rare combination, but it's usually where tarot sees this person passing. It's more about celebrating their life rather than mourning it, because this is somebody that's reached a ripe old age and has gone on their own terms, right? So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. I really hope that I'm wrong on that front, but it's here, so I'm going to talk about it. If you've been with me long enough, you know that I do not shy away from the difficult subjects, no matter how many troll comments or unhappy customers, clients or campers I might get because of what I say and the content of my videos. I'm never going to change that. I don't believe in being all fluff. What's the point, right? Life is infinite shades of light and dark and good and bad and happy and sad and everything in between. When I see that in the cards, it's what I will read. So I send you all the love in the world that you may need. And, you know, aside from that, I hope you have a really great week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.